Hi everyone. In this session, I'm going to talk about conflicts in Git repos. Till now, whatever we have done were fast forward commits or merges. If you just get back to this depiction and follow up the merge and commits on the target branch. By the way, here target branch and the master is our target branch and the feature is our source branch. They are the same in this specific case, but they could be in different positions. So that this feature branch could be, for instance, uh, still on number 4. Just for the case of mm, typical example. So, for example, here, if that was the situation and we were just following up the target branch, we could see that we can get to the parent commitment, which was 4, just by following a linear line. So for all of them, anyway, I will make it in all or local branches, we can also see the same situation. So just by following up the, as you can see, just by following up the commit for example, here, just number 5 commit, we can easily get back to this 4 as the parent uh, commit or parent merge. So uh, that's why the fast forward is the best and the most desired situation. But as I said before, it's not always what is existing. And like other issues in anyone's life, not all the situations are the desired situations. Okay, now let me open up another depiction. What we are going to do, we are going to simulate a situation on which there is a miscommunication between H. Soleimani and user 1, and or it could be even not the miscommunication or misunderstood. But in most cases, project managers or the the leaders who look after the Git repositories or senior developers who has this responsibility ask users just to work in separate projects, not to get into these situations. At the end, they will do the merge and look after the merge and stuff themselves. But in this case, uh, user 1 is going to uh, commit number 6 into the project, and at the same time, Soleimani is also going to do the same. and but he added probably number 66, not exactly number 6. And after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get user 1, uh, push it toward master, and then we will get back to Soleimani, and I'm going to show you the situation and the problem. The rule is to push your Git repos to the remote just in case your local Git is ahead of uh, remote. So before the commit happens, there is no 6 here. Am I right? So for now, we don't have any 6. So everything in the remote is like this. So once this push happens, then since the remote repo is one commit uh, before the local Git repo of user, this merge or commit would have happened. Otherwise, it will throw an error, which I will just simulate it right now. Okay, let's get back to user 1, my projects, LL, cat, my numbers. We are number 5. Now, it's always a good practice, specifically if you're fussy about not to get into conflicts, to fetch the existing remote remote repo status into your local. So anyway, I ran git status first. So on branch master, your branch is up to date with the origin master. Okay. So I rather to do git pull or git fetch, doesn't matter. As I told you, git pull is git fetch plus merge plus git merge. So I'll do git fetch. Okay, it seems nothing been downloaded, and this means that our remote repo and or local repo are in the same status and they are completely synced. We can see that here as well. If you go to the master branch and then we check the my numbers, we can see that everything are in the same position. Okay, so let's get back to user 1 and vi my numbers. Okay, I'm not in interactive mode. Hit O, number 6 added. Okay, escape, home, WQ, bang, out. Okay, so clear, git status. What is it saying? We are on branch master. Your branch is up to date with origin master. Still it is in their synced, but change not staged for commit. We have to add it to our indexes, and In this case, it will be staged. So git add, I'm just my numbers. Okay. Again, git status. Okay. It's showing by green here, by green color. These change need to be committed. It is saying, okay, you can even get back and bring it back from commitment status as well. So we haven't done it yet, so let's do it. Git restore dash dash staged. So we will get it back from the staged status, my numbers. So if I do that and run git status, I will see that, okay, the color again became red and it is not staged again. So this is good just in case you got a problem or you get into a conflict or something anyway. So someone called you, said, okay, Hamed or John or whatever, I was working on this project, don't touch it, and you already done it, you could take it back from the staged uh, condition and unstage it, do the change, fetch it, fetch the project again, and even undo whatever you have done, and again stage it. This is just a trick, in some cases. But I'm gonna do it again. So git, I'm gonna add it and then commit it. So git commit dash m. So whatever been staged will be committed now. That's why I'm not referring to the file in this case. So the message is 6 number being added. Okay, so commit happened. Since I'm on merge, so I am on master branch, so I'm not merging it to itself. I don't need it. So let's get back to depiction. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push it toward the remote repository. So let's push it to the remote repository. Git push my numbers. Before doing that, let me see git branch dash dash all. What is showing me? Okay, I am on origin master. So I am on master, my origin, which is a convention to refer to the remote, is also the toward the master. So as you can see, head is toward the master for the origin as well. So git push dash dash all. Okay, clear. So let me see if it has been. Okay, 1 minute ago, the sixth number been added. So now, or removed would be in the same status as the status of local git repo of user one. So what I'm gonna do is Control Z. Okay, great. But now let's get back to my WSL environment. This is my WSL environment. What I'm going to do, get back to my projects. As you can see, if I run git log dash dash one line, okay, it is not synced with the remote yet. Fifth number been added, as you can see, and fourth number it been added was the feature branch. Let me see if I am on feature. Git status. Instead of running git status, let's run git branch dash dash. Or okay, I am on master, and since it hasn't been fetched anything from the remote, so it doesn't know if the remote is toward master feature. I think the status of the remote is a bit unknown for these local repos on user H.Soleimani. Even if I run cat numbers, let me see what is the status of that. Okay, number 5 is there, and let's do something. So the problem is the user H.Soleimani, which is myself, uh, hasn't done the fetch before doing the change. So it is always a good practice to do the fetch in order to uh, get the status of the remote. But just in this case, I have forgot it, and I done something else. So I done change to my project, to my numbers. Shift G, hit end O, and number 66 added. So I added number 66. Escape, bang. If I run git status, change not staged. So let's stage it. Git add. I'm gonna add everything. Again, git status. You can see that it is staged. And let's commit it. Git commit dash m 66th number being added. By whom? By, I don't even need to mention it here who added it, because even if you just follow the logs, you can see that H.Soleimani been added it. So I will leave it. I wanted to mention, okay, being added by H.Soleimani, but I will show you later, because as you remember, we already added our email and name and uh, even contact numbers. So everyone knows that who did this mess in the project. Am I right? So just commit it. And since I'm already on master, I'm not going to merge it. So what do you think will happen if I push this to the remote? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, let's do that. Git push dash dash o. Okay, as you know, for my local Git repo uh, connection to the remote, I use the keys. So I'm using a user and a secret key. This is another way of actually interacting with your remote repos. In some situations, it is also very practical and useful because you might be in a position of working with different Git repositories, for example, Bitbucket, GitLab, or GitHub. So in this case, for any of them, you can use a different secret keys, although it will be shown here, by the way, but it might be more, useful for you as well. But if you're working with one repo, it's better to do SSH uh, connection to your remote connection to your remote repositories. Now I have to get back to my LastPass, which is my secret manager, and see what was my uh, secret key. Never ever save it in your local PC. Trust me, it is not a good security practice. Always try to use a password manager. It could be everything. I'm using LastPass, but you can use whatever you like. Uh, Even Chrome or others. So since they are saving your password in a vault which is already encrypted, so it makes it very hard for hackers to get access to your secrets. Okay, but if someone get access to your local PC, he or she can easily get into your passwords because most likely you just saved it somewhere, maybe on your desktop or whatever. Back to my GitHub tokens. Okay, what happened? Rejected. Because the feature is in non-fast forward. Also the master, as you can see, the master, it is saying, okay, fetch first and then do it. Error. I'll show you. Uh, so from, let me show you, cd.git, cd.git, ll, index. So here you can see cd refs, ll. Okay, here it is. This head is different than capital head. So it is saying remotes tags, cd tags. There should be any tags. We didn't use any tag yet. But we can also use tags just for separate commits to make it more uh, important. We can mention, okay, this is the most important commit. I'll show you later. Cd dash dash get back one directory back, and then cd remotes. So just in case you are not, you remember you could see origins and things via git log or stuff like that. Everything is also available here. So as you could see, uh, it's been mentioned you have to fetch it. So why this happened? Because or uh, Git repos here looks like for us we were thinking, okay, it is one commit ahead of number 5 which happened before, so that's why we added number 66. But in real situation it wasn't, because number number or repository itself was one commit ahead of us, or at least ahead of number 5, which we were thinking that is already our parent commit. So this is why the conflict happened. As I mentioned here, that remote repo should always be one commit behind this one. But for this case, it's been actually confused. So what it is saying just do the fetch before. So we will do the uh, same recommendation that or uh, Git recommended to us. I'm gonna do the push again. Just no, okay, just to see the comment. Yeah, great. Up, it also gave us the hints as well. Updates were rejected because a pushed branch tip is behind its remote. Okay, we had to be one step ahead, not behind that. So it is also saying what you can do before pushing. You can pull it, whatever. But what I will do, I will pull it. Git pull. Okay, hasn't happened again. It is saying you have divergent branches and need to specify how to reconcile them. Okay, you can do by running the following command. So it is also saying what other options we got, like rebase and fast forward. You can replace git config with git config global to set. Okay, these are some uh, recommendations, but let's check my numbers. Still nothing been changed because we are in a divergent. I'll talk about divergent later on. So what I will do, I will git fetch again. So we're done. So git fetch, the pool didn't work, maybe because it had to merge it to master, but git fetch is just updating that. So git status, your branch have diverged, saying okay, divergent happens, and have one different commits each respectively. Nothing to comment, working clean. So it's already get into this clue that you are in a divergent, you are not in fast forward situation. So the conflict which happened, and I have shown you, did not let us to push whatever done in H. Soleimani to the remote. No, I think it should be pool. Solution. Three-way merge or diverged. In other words, what is that? It means that in other words, when it is not possible to reach the target branch by following the commit history. That's what exactly happened. So the solution is saying, no, we have to resolve this conflict after pooling. So just run git merge origin master. Okay, it is showing itself that it is in a conflict mode. So automatic merge fail, fix conflict, and then commit the results. No, I'm going to fix the conflict. So just have a look to these symbols. Okay, I changed it as it is desired and then save the file. Just cross check git status. As we can see, it needs to be added into the index. First committed, and in the end, just let me check the logs. Okay, this is the commit history. Since I am already on master branch, I don't need to merge it again. What I will do, I will just uh, push it back to the remote repository, as you can see here. We call this situation as divergent situation. And as you can see, by following up the commit here, we cannot get into the linear parent of the commit. So that's why the divergent uh, position or status been happened. Okay, git branch all will show me all the branches. Finally, git push dash dash all will push everything into the removed head branch. As you can see, fast forward been rejected, but the push took place. And we can see here that my numbers file has been updated. If you go back to uh, feature branch, we can see that it is not already existing, the number 6 or even 66. So at the moment, my local Git repo is synced with the remote Git repo. If I run git log dash dash one line, I can see these commit numbers. So I think the latest one is ending with triple C, and I'm pretty sure that you will see the same on the remote repository as well. Now let's get back to the user one. Okay, after getting back to user one, we can see that user one is uh, user one commit history is not same as uh, my PCs, WSL, local repo, and the remote repo. By running cat my numbers, we can see just number 6 is there. But I have to get back to user one and just do git fetch or git pull in order to update my user one's local repository. By running git log dash dash one line, okay, we can see that everything, all the commit histories are the same. And by running cat my numbers, we can see that number 66 been added after 6.